Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Let's Play of ArmA Cold War Assault on the Ninja Stalker, and now we're going to be switching gears over to the, I don't want to really say the main campaign, but it is the main campaign. It's the first campaign, Cold War Crisis, 1985 Cold War Crisis. We are now at the mission Wake Up Call. As you can see, these are because I typed in the code to skip ahead levels, but it's only because the game didn't save any of the stuff, because I mentioned earlier that when I changed the operating system from 32-bit to 64-bit, because the computer is capable of doing it, because the processor is 64-bit, there were problems with the 32-bit that sometimes the game or the computer would turn off randomly, videos wouldn't work too well. In this regard, I went ahead and did it like this because I wanted the 64-bit. If it's a processor that's 64-bit, then the operating system should be 64-bit. Nothing's going to screw up. It's going to run smoothly and perfectly, and it does, for the most part. This is Windows 10, and the one thing about Windows 10 that pisses me off is that you're an administrator account. You should be allowed to do anything and everything on an administrator account. Like, for example, just open up my videos and look at them through Windows Media Player, right? My computer won't allow that because the Windows 10 is just a piece of crap. I mean, really, how do you get the administrator shit like that so messed up? And I looked online, and it was basically because, like, and I've said this before, it's basically because they're worried about hackers and viruses and this, that can ruin your computer through the admin account. Understandable, but the way they're going about it is just not practical. They want you to make another account where you can view things, and you'd have to go back and forth between accounts, or if the idea was to make another account, which that account will allow you to do anything, then why would the administrator account not allow you to do everything, and then the other account would allow you to do everything? You see what I'm saying? It would be a contradiction if that was the case. If that's not the case, where basically just make another account to view videos, then there isn't much good use to that. It's a waste of time, I'm basically trying to point at, because then I would have to jump from admin account over to this one account, the slave account I would call it, just so I can view videos, and then I'd have to go back to my other account if there's something that this previous account can't do that the admin account could do. You see what I'm saying? So what's the point of calling in an admin account if it's just going to mess up that terribly, you know, if Windows 10 is going to be like that, which is very annoying, you know? I can't even open up the calculator, you know? I can't go to my desktop and say, hey, calculator, it'll pop up and say, you can't do it on this account, make a new account. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's a good idea that they have, but it's just not practical, you know? It just doesn't work out. That's why I had to do it like this. So we completed these. Now we're at Wake Up Call. This is basically where we have to go back to where we were with James Gastovski. Go and destroy the Shilkas. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. I think my phone went off, as a matter of fact. Let me check something. My phone did go off. Why did my phone go off? Comments on my videos. Love it. I love it. I'm always punctual or attentive to write back to. So to any of you guys who's watching or plan on subscribing or commenting, I will write back. Except for, as I've mentioned, I will be joining the military, and it might be next week. Well, it depends, because the idea for me, the concept is next week is this. Whether it's tomorrow or actually later on today, because right now it's like 12:17 a.m., which is pretty much the 18th now, right? Yeah, it's pretty much the 18th. So I have from this Monday up to Sunday to that. The recruiters will call me and say, hey, we got this coming up. This was approved for you. Or nothing happens. Or they'll call me and say, hey, it didn't work out for you. And I'll be like, oh, great. Well, that sucks. Or they don't call, and then I got to call them on the 24th and say, yo, what happened? Something like that. I really do. I really hope things work out for me, though. I I mean, it's all riding on this one group that says yay or nay, but I already had a previous group before them that said yay, and they're like the one guys that you really have to impress, and I impressed them, I guess. Well, I don't want to say I guess. I did impress them. I answered correctly. The most important thing was I answered honestly. Honest would be answer and honest switched together, by the way. True fact. I'm playing. Don't listen to me on that. Does that happen to any of you guys? Sometimes you'll mix two words together, and then, like me, I just did right now. I wanted to say answered honestly, but then I switched the words together and called it an honest. Anyways, I digress. I answered honestly, and that's what they were really looking for. So anyone of you guys out there plan on joining the military, the best advice I can give you, especially when you go to meet the officers board, answer honestly. Do not lie. They will find out. Even if you're the best liar out there and you manage to trick them into saying yes, they will find out if you're lying. Trust me on that. I haven't lied to them to say trust me on that because it's from personal experience, but the way they handle themselves, these are individuals, the officer board, they are individuals that have to see candidates come in and say yay or nay to them. They have to look over their stuff. They have to see the person's character, hear the individual, how they present themselves, so on and so forth. Answer honestly. That is the best advice I can give you. Besides that, another thing to give as an advice, make sure what you're going for when you meet the board, for example, whether it's the NCO board, officer board, whatever board, that you're prepared for it, that you show them that you're actually a good candidate for this, whatever it is you're going for, you know? Like, for example, if you have no knowledge of flight and you want to be like a pilot, don't do that. Alright, don't do that. Don't even consider like, oh, maybe they'll give me a chance or a shot. No, because there are a bunch of people out there who are going to try to go for that as well, and they probably have more than you, especially if you have no experience at it. I mean, that's a terrible thing to say, but it's the honest truth. You know, if you got no experience, you almost got pretty much no shot, because you're going to have a bunch of other people trying. You have to have something that they want. But at the same time, you better not be telling yourself, I got what you want. You're going to accept me, you know? And not in those exact words, but don't come off as a smug ass, you know what I mean? Why am I bringing this up? Well, it's related to the military. It's related to this game. You know, I love, in this game, anytime we go to, like, air assault, and there was ones earlier about flying and stuff, I love flying. I love it, you know? So, there is that coming up for me. So when I do say leave a comment and I'll write back, I'll be punctual. It all depends, because if I get sent to basic training and all of a sudden you guys are like, hey, I wrote a message, I subscribed and I commented, and you said you'd be punctual and attentive, sorry I burped, and attentive, and you'd write back and you didn't write back. Ha, I proved you wrong. Check the dates, check my personal, well, I'm not going to put all my personal life on YouTube. I mean, that'd be a mess up thing. But you know, you guys as well be attentive and realize, oh, he did say he was going to join the military. He's probably in basic training, and after that, he's got AIT, and then after that, if he's going for warrant officer training, he's probably going for the flight training too, which is going to take probably up to a year or two. You know, it's going to be a while for him to write back. So there is that. Keep that in mind. But I get message on my phone. I'm like, yo, thanks. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm right on it because I love it, you know. I'm not going to be like one of those YouTubers. Not saying all of them are like this, but you know there are probably one or two out there. Maybe more than one or two in all honesty. That you'll write to them, you won't get nothing back, and you're like, oh, maybe it's because he has too many people. Or he or she has too many people, you know. He or she can't write back to us in time, and this, that. Next thing you know, days, months go by, you get nothing back. And it's almost like you get left out, you know what I'm saying? Now, it could be a possibility that maybe they do have too many people to write back to, you know, and they just accept your comment without saying anything. It's like the phrase, it goes without saying. Maybe it's that, but most definitely, this is not a big-time channel. Nowhere near a big-time channel, you know? I'm not going to lie. I got like 11 subscribers, more or less, because I think YouTube has a weird thing where they'll say only subscribers who want to be shown are going to be shown. So more or less, I have 11 subscribers. And I say less because sometimes YouTube is a little late on their analyticals and all that. So for small-time channels like me, or like what I have, I should have any and all the reason in the world to write back to you. And it's just the way I am. It's just the kind of person I am. I'll write back to you. I'll write you a paragraph. I will never write you something small. You know, I hate doing that. I fucking, like, don't you guys just hate it? I know I'm going off on a tangent. I should be playing this game. So I'll probably write in warning. Just skip the first 5 or 10 minutes of this video because I'm randomly talking, just ramblings or whatever. But don't you guys just hate it when you message someone, you text someone on a phone or something, and then you'll get like a one-word answer, you know? You'd be like, oh man, hey, it's been a while since I talked to you. How's it going? You know, I don't know, you look great. It's been a while since we talked. You still do this, that, and this, that. How's it? And then all of a sudden you get back, oh, I'm doing good. Fine. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, excuse me. Am I intruding? Am I wasting your time? Could you at least expand on your answer and say, yeah, I'm doing good. Hey, listen, I'm busy right now. I'll talk back to you later. Especially when you say I'll talk back to you later. That's like, oh, good. That means I'm now part of a schedule of this other individual to write back. No, instead, sometimes you run into those people who are like, yeah, good. Okay, this, that, and it's like, oh, wow, why am I friends with you? Or, oh, wow, okay, this is how you are? Oh, okay, you know, I write you a paragraph that's probably like a scripture or a mini book going on here, and all you give me back is, boop, this little thing. Anyways, let's get back into this, because I've been talking about a bunch of other shit. Oh boy. So, we are Commander James Gastovski, or Major Gastovski. A James Bond-like character. We are going to go back and destroy 3 Shilkas. Let's see how this goes. Look at that. Jumping out of the helicopter, it hasn't even landed. You gotta be careful how you land though, because you can like bust out your ankles or blow out your kneecaps. There's been a lot of that going on in most of my Let's Plays. Any of you guys watch my other games, my other Let's Plays, you'll probably know random occurrences of kneecaps happen to be blown out. And it's not my kneecaps, it's the enemy's kneecaps. For some unknown reason, their kneecaps blow out. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's the fact that they see me walking up to them, and out of intimidation, their kneecaps are like, fuck this! I don't know. I just don't know. Now, some of you who have the keen eye, the eagle eye, might say, you know, we see that you're clearly aiming whatever weapon that you have on you, on your hand, and you're pulling the trigger, the bullets are going straight towards the kneecap. That is fallacy. Don't you be bringing that up around here. Kneecaps are just blowing up around me, alright? I don't know what it is.
Nice to see you again, James.
It's like when Chuck Norris goes into the ocean, water just wants to be around him. It's not that he's in the ocean, it's just the ocean's around him. It's the same thing with me, you know, I'd be walking around, kneecaps blow out because of, I don't know, maybe intimidation or maybe titillation or something. I don't know.
This thing could drag on for months.
I'm talking over this video because, I mean, you could probably watch this video on the previous episode. It's not really going to matter much. Yes.
Nice little Dhaka in the Crimea. No. We've got to get to Guba before they do and haul him in, like the war criminal he is.
So those Shilkas I spotted.
Must be
Shilkas. He says Shilkas. I thought they were pronounced Shilkas. Then again, they are Russian vehicles. They're probably pronounced a certain different way. And I've been chopping it up so bad, maybe that's why I don't get too many Russian viewers. You know, they're like, dude, you suck. You suck.
And James, good luck.
Here we are. Now we gotta go and destroy Shilka 1, 2, 3. Hide out in the woods and await further order. Oh man, we gotta hide out in the woods. Come on. What weapons do we get? I am gonna stay with the silencer. Ooh, we can get a law launcher. Do we want a law launcher though? Probably not, because we have these satchel charges. We shall keep it like that. Oh, we got other people too, and it's Bobby Brunning and James Pound. These names, I swear, these names get cycled through all the soldiers that you play along with, except for the Red Hammer guys, because they get the Russian names. And the Resistance guys, because they get the names of the people on that island. But for the U.S. team, there are a set of names that get cycled through, and it gets so annoying whenever I see that. I'm like, oh, hey, James Penn. Oh, that son of a bitch is the same guy who was here and there. Bobby Browning, same guy. As a matter of fact, wasn't Bobby Browning one of the first guys that died in this entire LP? Right? Huh. Anyways, let's get stuck back into some gameplay. Alright, so we got destroy Shilka, hideout right over there. They got this entire map. Shilka 1 and Shilka 2. Where's Shilka 3? Oh, crap. Is it over here? I don't recall. This is a problem. It just says destroy Shilka. Unless there's two in one spot. Maybe it's supposed to be over here. Maybe. We'll find out.
Papa Bear, this is Alpha 1. We're in position, over.
Received, Alpha 1. Operation Iron Fist is go. Repeat, Operation Iron Fist is go. Out.
Roger that. Night vision on. Okay, they got theirs on. Let's see. All action status.
Oh, keep low.
4 o'clock. Unknown. Chopper 1000.
They're not keeping low. All, that's not it. All, is it?
Oh, danger.
Did that do it? That'll do it, because he's like that and he's like that. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's an MI-17 or an MI-24, but that's one of the two. Oh, shit. Guys, let's get out of here. Let's go. Move your asses. You know, if I had my rocket launcher, if I picked the rocket launcher, I could try shooting that bitch out of the sky. He is moving slow enough. Let's check our map. Are we going in the right direction? This, I want it to be moved over there, please. There goes the... Alright, so it's an MI-17. MI-17s look like that. What was...
7 o'clock. MI-17. 200.
We'll put it right there, I suppose. What was the proper name, or the nickname for the MI-17? You know how, like, there's a Hind, the AH-64 Apache, or the Longbow, if it's the Longbow variant. The UH-1 Huey, the AH-1 Cobra. What was the MI-17? Is the MI-17 the Hind? Because if that's the case, then what was the MI-24? What was that one called? I can't remember. I mean, I could look it up online. I probably am going to look it up online when... Oh, I see some people ahead of me, don't I? When I get the chance to look at it up online. Yep, we got some people, y'all. Let's go ahead and get rid of these suckers.
12 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier 100. 12 o'clock. Enemy. Soldier 100.
Okay, so he ran. Did you see that one guy over here, the second guy I got? His kneecaps blew out. You saw that shit? That was crazy. I wasn't even aiming for that. I don't know what that was. Hopefully they didn't alert anybody. Okay. Okay. Look at you. Look at you. You tried running, you didn't make it. You tried running, you didn't make it. You should tell your friends about me when you make it to hell. Why am I going to assume he immediately goes to hell? I don't know. Alright? I just don't know.
1 o'clock. BMP 100.
2, action, report status.
Report status.
2, position, Echo, Delta, 7-4.
Okay, so we lost 3. 3 was James Pound, I believe. That's alright, he'll come back to life in another form. So that BMP spotted 3 and got rid of him. 2, he's over there. 2, you better hurry your ass up.
Unknown. Tank 200.
There's a way in. There's the Shilka. We could probably steal that, kill everyone, destroy the other tanks with it. We can do that. Probably wouldn't even have to drop a, or...
10 o'clock, soldier, 100. 9 o'clock, soldier, 100.
Fuck you. Well, we died. Let's try again. Get that night vision on.
This is Alpha 1. We're in position, over.
Received, Alpha 1. Operation Iron Fist is go. Repeat, Operation Iron
Oh,
Fist is
return
go.
to formation.
Roger.
Oh, danger.
If we can get into those tanks, our survivability would go up much better than getting into a Shilka, and we can use those tanks to destroy the Shilkas.
5 o'clock, chopper, 1,000. 3 o'clock, enemy, soldier, 100. 4 o'clock, AT soldier, 100. Soldier is history. AT soldier is history. 4 o'clock, soldier, 100. I've got it.
One thing that does bug me about this night vision, these NV goggles, it doesn't make everything bright. Then again, they probably went for realism because I've never had NV goggles. I mean, I had those like toy ones that you get from the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. I bought that.
8 o'clock, MI-17, 500.
I got that, and I don't know. I don't know what to say about those. They work. They work, but I know they're not the real thing because they're just toys. It's just a toy.
Where are you?
4 o'clock, enemy, Hind, 500.
There's an MI-24 Hind. Okay, so the MI-24 is the Hind. Let's see. So there's the Hind. So then what was this MI-17 called?
BMP, 100.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way over to those tanks. As soon as I get in, everyone's getting screwed.
Soldier, 50. Where are you?
2, 3, board, James Gastovski.
Oh,
And
get in T-72.
Roger.
Let's go ahead and pop a save here, because we do got them choppers flying around, and them things could probably get rid of us. Yep. Let's see what we have. Get this shit out of here.
Shilkas is history. Papa Bear, I've dealt with all the AA systems we know about. Now let's see if I can find the others. Over.
Received, Alpha 1. It is imperative that all 3 Shilkas are destroyed. Get the job done and then make for the woods. Out.
Roger that.
Disembark. Roger. Reverse. 3. Ready.
Okay, I was like, I can't do anything, and it's because 3 was the commander. If anyone's the commander other than you, you won't be able to give orders. So 3.
3. Driver, get in T-72.
Get in that T-72.
Roger. 3. Waiting.
Actually, as a matter of fact,
2. Disembark.
Roger. 2. Ready.
2. Gunner, get in T-72.
you get in there with him. I'll take over this tank with all functions.
Waiting.
Okay. Whoa!
2. Fall back into formation.
Roger. 2. Status red. I got it.
3. Injured.
2. Injured.
Okay, that BMP kind of screwed these guys up. It's a good thing I saved. Maybe we can find a healing spot? I don't know. Let me see. 2. Let's go back. Action. Where's it? 3. Alright, so I can't tell them to turn their lights on. This way it could better tell me who's who. Let's check our map. We need to move over here. And over here. These are places we need to check. I never understood what this shit is. T-72s, people. They keep offering tanks to be out there, and we just go and take them and use them against them.
T-72, 500.
Fuck.
I've got it!
Where the hell's that other Shilka?
Status red.
3 injured.
2 injured.
Who the hell did that?
9 o'clock. Man, 100. Papa Bear, I've dealt with all the AA systems we know about. Now let's see if I can find the others. Over.
Received, Alpha 1. It is imperative that all 3 Shilkas are destroyed. Get the job done and then make for the woods. Out.
Disembark.
Roger.
3 ready.
2 waiting.
All get in T-72.
Roger. 2 ready.
3 waiting. 3 return to formation.
Roger.
2 disembark.
Roger. 2 waiting.
2 gunner get in T-72.
Roger.
3 disembark. Roger. 3 waiting. 3 driver get in T-72. Roger. Disembark. Roger. 3 ready. 3 driver get in T-72. Roger. Engage at will.
target.
2, target Shilkas.
2, engaging. 2, engaging. 2, engaging. 2, engaging.
Shilka is history. Papa Bear, I've dealt with all the AA systems we know about. Now let's see if I can find the others. Over.
Received, Alpha 1. It is imperative that all 3 Shilkas are destroyed. Get the job done, and then make for the woods. Out.
Okay, so that's 2 Shilkas dealt with, right? Because I destroyed the one back here. Yeah, we destroyed that one. So I'm guessing Shilkas are on the move for some reason. Still another Shilka out there.
Soldier, 50. 10 o'clock, enemy, soldier, 50.
Fucker trying to shoot that shit at me.
Soldier, 50. 11 o'clock, soldier, 50. 11 o'clock, enemy, PMP, 50. I've got him!
There's a Shilka out there somewhere.
Enemy, Shilka, 500.
2 target.
10 o'clock, enemy, soldier, 50. 2, target Shilka. 7 o'clock, enemy, machine gunner, 100.
2, engaging. 2, engaging. 2, engaging. 2,
Alpha 1 to
engaging.
Papa Bear.
2,
Last
engaging.
Shilka destroyed. Alpha 1 to Papa Bear. You won't be getting any trouble from those AA guns. I'm out of here. Over.
Copy that, Alpha 1. Nice going. Now get yourselves into the trees before the sun comes up. We'll contact you later with further orders. Out.
Alpha out.
Wasn't there a chopper around here? Chopper don't want to get his ass kicked? Uh-oh. 2
4 o'clock. BMP 200. 2. Target AT soldier. 1. Status red.
2. Engaging. 2. Engaging.
1. Injured. 6 o'clock. AT soldier. 50.
2. Engaging. 2. Engaging. 2. Engaging. 2. Engaging.
2. Target BMP.
2. Engaging. 2. Engaging. 2. Engaging. 2. Engaging.
The only reason why I'm making someone else do it is because I don't know where these guys are. If I can't see them, I can't engage them. But if I know, based on radio calls, where they are, I could just tell one of my guys to get rid of them. Get up over this steep hill. Come on, T-72. Alright. Well, we have Shilka, T-72, 3 times RPG soldiers, a machine gunner, 11 times crew, 2 soldiers. Oh, but they don't have the chopper I took down. What a bummer. Continue, what do we have next? NATO Airport, Malden. Oh, this mission. Oh boy. Those are 810 Warthogs or Thunderbolts. Back when the U.S. Army was using them. I think the U.S. Army did use them at one point, but they're not using them anymore. I don't know why. I'm assuming it has something to do with air superiority mission, which is pretty much given to the Air Force. Although in recent times I did read somewhere the Air Force was offering and trying to give them back to the Army, and the Army said we don't want those. And I'm like, fucking why, but then again, the obvious answer is the mission. You know, it's air superiority. It's for the Air Force. Now, some of you are going to be quick and keen to say, you know, there is nothing air superiority about an A-10 Thunderbolt. If anything, those are like ground support, air-to-ground support combat missions, you know, because, yeah, you can outfit them with missiles and all that, but that 30mm cannon that's on them is primarily used for ground forces, you know, or against ground armored opposing force vehicles and stuff like that. And yeah, the air superiority part, that's meant for faster vehicles, faster aircraft like the F-15, the F-16, the F-18, the F-22, there's the F-35. It's meant for vehicles like those. This is not air superiority, but it's still along the lines of what the mission statement is for this vehicle, and they opted not to use it for the Army anymore, because I'm pretty sure the Army did use them at one point. They just don't use them anymore, and I think that's kind of stupid in my opinion. Again, that's an opinion, and there's nothing against the Army. It's just, it's a bad decision if you ask me, because that aircraft is a very cheap aircraft. It's cheap to make, it's cheap to assemble and all that, but it pays out extremely well because that vehicle can take hits and just keep on going, and that gun that it has is truly amazing. It gets the job done, whether it's slow or not, you know, and I think the Army can benefit from using that, which will open up more jobs for pilots for the Army, and then it'll show that the Army does have some sort of air superiority, quote unquote, on that, in the essence of more to the stable of the vehicle, more to the stable of aircraft for the Army. Now, another argument people would make is the aircraft itself is extremely old. They brought this vehicle, when was this vehicle out? 80s or something like that? It's a very old vehicle, especially up to this day, but it still gets the job done, in my opinion. You know, really, they came up with the idea of, let's make an amazing 30mm cannon and then put a plane around it. And my God, did they do an outstanding job. This vehicle still can do what it's supposed to. Not only that, it can take hits. Unlike other aircraft that takes hits, they're pretty much screwed. This one, supposedly, I was reading reviews and information about it, and it can take hits. It can lose one of its engines, a portion of its wings or flaps or something. It can still do its job. It can still fly and land and all that. I was like, oh my God, why are you guys not wanting to like keep this vehicle or bring it back to the Army and allow pilots to try other things, you know? It shouldn't have to be where Army is just helicopter pilots, just chopper pilots, and then Air Force is all these other things. No, it should be the Army. Yeah, guess what? The Army, it has some planes. And guess what? One of them can attack, can defend, can do support here and there. You know? Whether or not it has something to do with the mission statement there. Because most people are like, well, you know, the Air Force is supposed to do that. You need some real air support, air firepower. Get the Air Force. Yeah, well, why not the Army too, you know? Let's put it this way, if the Army has the A-10s and things get really hot and heated, they can just call the Air Force and say, hey, we need some air support, we need some air superiority here. You guys got that. Because our A-10s aren't doing what we need to, because these A-10s are meant for this. These A-10s are made for that, and we're doing this, and we're trying to let you guys know we got something for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see the A-10 disappear. It's an amazing vehicle. You know, I just don't see it lacking in areas. You know, the areas that it has the pros, it can do its job better than anybody, in my opinion, you know. I don't know. It would be amazing to keep the A-10. It can still do its job. That's the thing, you know. If you don't believe me, why don't you get some of like the Army's pro ace pilots, let them test the vehicle out and give their final say on the thing, you know? Because I'm pretty sure it could come down to not personal opinion, but it could come down to like actual experience and expertise, you know? And what better way to offer more expertise and more jobs in the Army than to allow an A-10 to come in, you know? I'm pretty sure they had the A-10 a while ago. They just decided not to do it anymore because, again, like I said, there was the the mission of the air superiority to the skies, and they gave that pretty much to the Air Force. But I don't see a problem with allowing the Army to have this vehicle and just mod it up. I mean, they've been modding up Hueys as far as it can go. They've been modding up Blackhawks as far as they can go. They've been modding up the Apache as far as it can go. Although the Hueys are not really used in service anymore. They're mostly used for training. There are a limited number of Hueys out there that are pretty much like Huey, UH-1 Huey gunships. You know? Stuff like that. You know, why can't they find something for the A-10 Thunderball? Most people probably say, oh, they went as far as they can go. They don't want to use it anymore. Still, having that vehicle would offer more jobs for the Army, you know? It's more jobs, it's more expertise, it's more experts out in the field. Why not, you know? And then let's even go further than that. And somebody will say, well, that's just it. The Army doesn't want to have a whole bunch of warrant officers and officers going towards these aircraft, especially if it's warrant officers. You know, there's only so many ranks for warrant officers, and so many ranks for officers that not all officers are going to get a chance to use the A-10. Not all warrant officers are going to have a chance to get to the A-10 because maybe it has something to do with the ranking system of the warrant officers. Alright, fine. Easy fix. Guess what? If warrant officer ranks go from 1 to CW5, why not make a CW6? Why not make a CW7, you know? Why not? And, you know, and maybe change the way the badge or the rank looks. You know, like the CW ranks, they're pretty much like squares, and then the final one, it's a line drawn in between a lieutenant rank. You know, why not change it to make it look like the actual warrant officer rank? You know how like the warrant officers have. Hold up, let me show you what I'm talking about. We'll go ahead and. We'll stop the video. Well, I won't stop the video here, but we'll just leave out of this. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I will show you what I am talking about. This. Better yet, let me go back. Let's go back. That's not what I wanted. Let's go here. This right here. You see this? Alright, so this is W01, then CW2, CW3, CW4, CW5. Why not make this the Eagle Rising? Why not make that a CW6? You know? Just effect, I suppose. I mean, I know there's nothing bad going on here, but why not just make that CW6? You know, the Eagle Rising. You know, they got rid of this because they incorporated the warrant officers into the officer corps. So warrant officers are pretty much officers. They always have been. It's just they were a separate corps. They were the warrant officer corps. Now they're part of the officer corps. Why not make an extra rank, you know, and bring in the A-10 and allow maybe CW3s onto CW6s to use the A-10s for the amount that they have, you know, and allow warrant officers in general to move from one aircraft to another. So it allows these individuals who are pretty much experts at their field, you know, because that's really what warrant officers are. They're specialists. They're experts at their field. Nobody can do the job better than they can at what they know, basically, because they were trained specifically for that one job. So why not bring in the A-10, a limited number amount of, maybe I'm thinking a number between 100 and 500, you know, because there's still a good use for them, you know. There's still there still is a strong, good use for the A-10s, and just bring in an extra rank for the Warrant Officer Corps, and the Warrant Officers have something to shoot for. Warrant Officer 6, you know, or Chief Warrant Officer 6, and it's the Eagle Rising. Why not? And like I was saying, they did get rid of this because they brought the officers into the Warrant Officer Corps. Excuse me, the Warrant Officers into the Officer Corps, and this was worn on, like, I think the lapels here or whatever, by warrant officers, and I think there was a confusion about that with people. They were like, oh, who you work for? What branch are you are? All I see is a warrant officer tab or a button, these things on your lapel. You know, where are you? Aviation? Are you medic? Are you medical? Are you this or that? And people were just confused. That they said, you know what? Let's fix this. These were going on for about what, 50 to 80 years, something like that. 50 to 80 years. I can't remember the amount of time, but why not just do that? You know, then everybody who is a warrant officer can appreciate these ranks, especially since it's not just warrant on the lapels, now it's actually a rank. And people would be happy, you know? I would be happy, even though I wasn't part of the time frame that these were out. But this was something that people looked at and were like, that's a warrant officer, you know? That's how you could tell. Eagle Rising, that was a warrant officer. Most people called it, nicknamed it the scrambled eggs or something, because from a distance that's what it looked like. But, you know, why not? It'd be so amazing, you know, and bring in the A-10s, Thunderbolts, or Warthogs, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just bring in those. Have these experts switch, like, oh, I got, like, let's say a W1 turns into a W2, and he or she was flying a Black Hawk, and decides, hey, you know what? I want to fly a Chinook. They just have to put in some paperwork, learn how to fly a Chinook, because I'm pretty sure at some point, every warrant officer or candidates on the flight program, they fly each and every aircraft. It's just they then specialize in one specifically to what they want to do for the rest of their career. Why not change that and allow warrant officers to go from one to another, and all they got to do is just retrain for a few weeks and then go to the new vehicle and move on, you know? It'll allow people a flexibility, you know? They'll say, hey, we want Chief Warrant Officer so-and-so because I heard and found out he was one of the best Black Hawk pilots. He or she was one of the best Chinook pilots now. We can use this individual, you know? It would just add flexibility and stuff, you know? Instead of just solely focusing on one aircraft, one airframe, you know? It'll allow for more studying, more training, you know? And the Army does love, all military branches do love their soldiers to be smart, you know what I'm saying? I meant. Let's go there. Let's do that. Anyways, we'll go ahead and stop the video there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings at the beginning of the video and my ramblings at the end of the video here. But most importantly, I hope you guys enjoyed the actual gameplay itself. I'm actually hyped up to try the next mission here in a few seconds, so I'll stop the video. But I'll do my little outro here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care and have yourselves a good night. Alright? Cheers.